Hello, aloha community. Tommy Dickey here, the drama guy from Lanakila. I'm here on some family property in Massachusetts. Normally I live in LA. And hello, I'm thinking of everyone, particularly this week and today. Today would be the final dress of the shows for the camps. So my heart goes out to you dramatists in particular. But segue, speaking of, I've been thinking about how Camp Connections and drama can come together to create something cool. And yeah, when I think about what matters most to me in drama, it's connections between people, two people, or just one if you're doing a monologue, or multiple people coming together to have a story and characters and relationship come to life and pop. And while that's best in person, that can happen on Zoom. So, as you can see, near here, above here, below here, somewhere around here on this page, you can see a video that my friend John Purcell, Lanakila legend and drama extraordinaire John Purcell, and I put together on Zoom the other day. We just made a video of it because I just recorded it on Zoom. The host can do that. And we did a scene, it's a short play actually that I've known for a long time. It's called DMV Tyrant by Christopher Durang. And it is so funny. I honestly think that this play is perfect comedy for pretty much any age. So I picked it as something that I think that really could be a wonderful community script for us. And John and I created a template of how you can look at this script and record it yourselves. So take a look. If you want to do a scene with a friend, pick a friend. You guys can pick a part, grab this script, hop on Zoom, do it, and record it if you want to. And if you do that and you want to send it in, shoot it to campconnections@alohafoundation.org. And we'll try to pick a few to post. Don't be offended if we don't post yours. We can't post all of them. And if you'd rather hop on Google and find a different scene or find a monologue or write something, go for it. If you want to get props and costumes, go for it. Whatever you want to do. Have some fun. Because this is a time to connect with people and still do the things that we love in regular life. We don't have to throw those away just because the world's a little bit different. I'm thinking of you all and sending you love and hope you're having a wonderful summer in whatever way it's unfolding. Bye-bye. Is this Windows 7?
Yes.
I'm afraid something rather complicated has happened with my driver's license.
I'm sorry to hear that. What happened?
Well, you see, I moved here from another state, and I let my driver's license lapse. And
Yes.
should I wait until you finish?
I don't think so. It's a very long book.
But are you listening to my problem?
I can read and listen at the same time. Go on.
Oh, well, anyway, I took the driving test again, and I passed it and got this temporary license, which has now expired. And I've never gotten my permanent one. And when I called about it, they said they had lost me in the computer and they had no record of my taking the test. And so they couldn't send me my license, even though I did take and pass the test. Your turn to say something.
Wait a minute. Just a minute. Just a second. I wanted to finish the paragraph. Now, how can I help you? What seems to be the matter?
Well,
In one sentence.
I haven't received my driver's license.
Let me see if you're on the computer.
I'm not on the computer.
What's your name?
I'm not there.
How do you spell it?
I'm not on the computer. I went to Windows 3 and they told me that there was no record of me on the computer.
I'm not Windows 3, I'm Windows 7. I need to know your name.
James Agnes.
James Agnes. Is that A is in aardvark, G is in gesundheit, N is in nincompoop, E is in excruciating, S is in seltzer water, pause, J is in Jupiter, A is in Agnes, M is in Mary, E is in excruciating, and S is in slowly sinking into quicksand?
Yes.
Okay. You're not on the computer.
I told you I wasn't.
Fine, I'll give you an award at the end of the day. How may I help you?
I would like to get my permanent license.
I'm sorry, there's no record of you on the computer.
Yes, but I have my temporary license.
This temporary license has expired.
Yes, I know it's expired.
It's no longer a valid license.
I know that. That's why I want my permanent one. I hadn't noticed it hadn't come in the mail until this one had already expired. I had presumed everything was all right.
Well, that's a funny thing to do. If you do not have a valid driver's license, how did you get here to the Division of Motor Vehicles?
I took a taxi.
Can you prove that to me?
What?
Did you keep a receipt from the taxi?
No, I didn't keep.
I trust you did not drive here, did you? Yourself, Mr. James Agnes.
No, I realize that my license is not valid.
That is correct. You have an invalid license. Good morning.
But you're not helping me.
How may I help you?
I want my driver's license.
You must take the driving test.
But I took the driving test.
I have no record of that.
I know you have no record of it. Some bozo lost it in the computer.
I will ask you not to speak about clowns that way in this office. If you wish to make an appointment to take the driving test, go to window 4.
I don't want to take the test again.
Well, when did you take the test before?
The same date as the date on my temporary license.
February 3rd, 1894. The Division of Motor Vehicles did not exist in 1894.
Let me see that. All right, it's a typo. It's clearly meant to say 1994.
I'm willing to agree with you. That is more likely a typo. You see, I don't stick to rules on everything. I am human. What is your name again?
James Agnes.
Is that A is in Aardvark, G is in Gesundheit?
James Agnes.
Let me see if we have a record of you on the computer.
You don't. I told you don't.
Why are you shouting at me? When I'm shouted at, I do not feel like cooperating.
But you haven't been cooperating.
I have been cooperating. If I had not been cooperating, you would have been shouting at me much earlier than this.
I want my license.
You can't have it. You're not on the computer.
It's not my fault.
And it's not my fault. We're both blameless. Isn't it a nice feeling?
You are not helping me.
I'm doing everything in my power.
But don't you have more power than you're using? Can't you, for instance, type me into the computer and then just send me a license?
Oh, only the secretary at the driving test site can do that.
When she forgets to do that at the time of the driving test, can't somebody else do it then?
If the secretary at the driving test site is willing to write a note admitting that she had forgotten to type in your name, then I can enter your name into the computer and we will fire her. Do you want her to lose a job?
No, I don't. I want you to lose your job.
I don't see how you can expect me to help you if you're going to be hostile.
Isn't there anything you can suggest to solve my problem?
If you could somehow relive the initial driving test, when it was finished, you could ask to watch the secretary type in your name and your test results into the computer.
Your suggestion is that I relive the initial driving test?
It's a hypothetical suggestion, I admit it, but it is the limit of what I can think of to assist you.
Could I see your supervisor, please?
My supervisor is shredding documents in the other room and cannot be disturbed.
Look into my eyes. I want you to tell me what I should do that will solve my problem, and I want you to tell me right now.
Move out of New York.
That's a good suggestion. Thank you.
Ohio is nice.